Hello, everyone. I am so sad that I'm not here, but I am fulfilling my civic duty, doing jury duty. So we will see how long and what will happen, and I will keep you informed as we go. I really don't want to get behind in class, so what I wanted to do is just continue on like I'm here, and we are going to do an input chart, which is going to be interesting since nobody's here in the classroom, but we'll make it work. So we are going to learn about the molecule cycle, the ultimate molecule cycle. In fact, the ultimate molecule cycle. Okay. And remember, we've got to do our chant. Okay. Matter cannot be or only. That's right. Great job, everybody. So, what I want to do is we're going to talk about my 5 favorite atoms. Okay. And my 5 favorite atoms, if you don't remember, I know, we remember a lot of things, right? Are carbon is one of my favorite atoms. Hydrogen is another of my favorite atoms. Oxygen, I love to breathe me some oxygen. Nitrogen, and the last one would be phosphate. Okay, phosphorus. I specifically love those 5 molecules. Remember, they make up most of your body, and that's why we're focusing on these. Okay, so now we are living things, and all living things live and grow. Okay, that's part of Miss Nerd. Every living thing grows. And let's say that you are 122. Okay, what's gonna happen next? Yeah, yeah. R.I.P. Okay, you've lived a long, happy life. You're 122. It's okay. So we live and we die, and what happens to all of that carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus in our bodies? Interesting. Well, there are these things called decomposers. And what decomposers do is, let's pretend we have a deer and it has died of natural age and it is going to just fall over just one day, just pop. Okay, and it has fallen over. And those decompressors, decomposers, those decomposers are going to take all of those molecules and they're going to separate them out. So now in our soils, we have a whole bunch of atoms that used to be in that deer. Okay, but now they're in the soil and some oxygen, and they're all chopped up because that's what decomposers do. Okay, so time goes by, and now here's our soil. Here's our soil, and it has lots and lots of good nutrients in it. Here's our oxygen and our nitrogen and our phosphorus, which we use in the form of phosphate. And we have our hydrogens, and can't forget our carbons. Okay? And let's just say that some plants have been planted there. We have a nice berry bush. Okay, here's our berry bush. Okay. And now those carbons, they're available for this plant. Those ox, those phosphates, actually, plants are going to get carbon through their breathing type situation. They're still mild, but you get the gist. And oh, don't forget nitrogen. Nitrogen they definitely get from the soil. Okay, so now that nitrogen that used to be in that deer is now in this plant. Here we go. And is that plant living? Yep. And here is the circle. It's living and growing. That plant isn't going to live forever. It's going to die, decompose, and those nutrients are going to be available for other organisms. Okay, so this is one cycle of our ultimate molecule cycle. So we have another way that this can go. So we are living and growing and living and growing. And who remembers the E from Mrs. Nerd? Excretion, right? So we have the same deer. And that deer, well, he does a whole bunch of stuff, right? He eats a whole bunch of plants and, whoo, Lordy. There we go. What do you think is in there? What do you think is in that excretion? Excrete. Let me give you a hint. There's some carbons, there's some hydrogens, and oxygens, and nitrogens, and oh, yep, can't forget our phosphates. Yep, that happens. Okay, and again, our decomposers are coming into play. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the best trick to get super awesome tomatoes is to fertilize with steer manure. That's steer poop or steer excretion. Okay. And so we're going to have our dirt and we're going to mix in our steer manure, right? And when we're doing that, we're just having all of those molecules in here. We got our carbons again, and our oxygens and phosphorus, because remember, matter cannot be or only. I'm going to pretend that you guys all did that and that I could hear you, and I'm so happy. And did I forget nitrogen? Oh, silly me, I forgot nitrogen. Okay. So again, those when we excrete, those molecules are broken down by good old decomposers. Decompose, and they break them down. And then this time, my favorite thing, we're gonna eat some corn. Who doesn't like corn? Ooh, it's the best thing ever with butter and oh man, love me some corn. Okay, so here's our corn. And guess where those molecules went? What a great guess. Okay, so now that nitrogen is now in there, and those phosphoruses are in there, and all of those molecules, they are just being reused. And of course, these are living. And what do we do with the corn? I like to eat the corn. And of course, that helps me stay alive and grow. Yet that also does make me excrete. But girls don't poop, right? Girls don't poop. So here is our ultimate molecule cycle. We have a couple of cycles going on. This one's a little morbid. Yeah, but it's a fact of life. This one happens every day, all the time. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to take your page 15 in your packet and copy down the poster. Thanks for watching.